Hi friends, my name is Udita Lal Barua and welcome to my channel Conscious Buddha. The title of my book is Once Upon a Time. Memories shapes you, it defines you. It's very interesting to know the data that you have acquired while you were still inside your mother's womb forms a major part of your personality. Memories are part of your subconscious that builds your attitude towards life. Have you ever wondered any time in life about your behavioral pattern, your attitude, your personality, the way you speak, act, react, and what makes you the way you are? Is it your genes or is it in your mind? Yes, your genes does define your physical traits. Example, your eyes, your hair color, your body shape, the size, your skin color. But major part of your mentality is governed by your subconscious and the data that is stored there. The same memories you consciously or unconsciously took and decided to hold on it, and that's what is making your present reality. So now you can link how your past choices are getting reflected in your present moment. The dilemma with the choices that we make are due to the subconscious programming that we have received in our earlier life. And because we make same kind of choices, we get the same kind of result. Hence, it is advised to make different choices each day. Be flexible while making choices. Even a small choice like sitting on a different chair, eating from left hand, or it could be getting 15 minutes earlier than your set time could reprogram your mind. It also helps you to use your brain to maximum potential. Success is not about what you get. It is all about what you become at the end. Universe always gives you based on what you are, not what you desire. Hence, focus on becoming more in order to get more. And how to do it? By coming out of your comfort zone and believing that everything is possible. Failure is the road that takes you to the success. You need to change the vocabulary and the way you speak to yourself to get what you want. How many times you have caught yourself using words like lack and scarcity? Whether it is about lack of time or money, this is the lack mindset or the scarcity mindset. When you stop operating or see the world from lack or scarcity mindset, you open yourself to the abundance of the universe. We often see loss as the grief, but loss could be the wake-up call for reanalyzing your physical, mental and spiritual state. Always remember, if old things will not go, then how the new things could enter into your life. Loss is like a vacancy for something better to fill it up. The reaction that we give or the way we react also depends on the subconscious programming that we have received. Hence, instead of being reactive, be proactive. Every situation or person, whether negative or positive, acts as a catalyst for you to reach your purpose in life. As Steve Jobs once said, you can't connect the dots looking forward, you can only connect them looking backwards. The one important lesson is life is to remember no one is perfect. Even the most successful people or even most rich people has one or other problems in life. No one's life is perfect, so stop thinking about your perfect life because there is a lot more to it than meets the eye. But what if we are not born perfect? We definitely could achieve it if we desire for it. For that, we should accept first who we are. Some people, just to prove others or show others that they are perfect, take up multiple tasks and then starts failing in it. Don't do things simply to please others, but do it because you love doing it. If you don't have any option, but you have to do it, then make it creative or mix it with something that you like. For example, if you don't like working out, then listen to music while exercising. Or for example, take it as cooking. If you don't like cooking, then what you can do is you can either make your cooking very simple or quick, or find out the recipes that takes least amount of time and effort. Or you can even cook while watching your favorite series or listen to some book, so you don't feel frustrated while doing it every day. Take break. Your mind and body needs break. Take out some time in day. Just close your eyes and reflect on your day. Reflect how you would have reacted differently, or think how much the situation would have gone wrong, but they did not. Taking out time to reflect on your actions and feel grateful for the things that did not go wrong is one of the ways to achieve self-realization. Sometimes something gets unconsciously stored into our mind, and not every data could be stopped from getting into subconscious. One thing to know what you truly are, or to know what your unconscious feelings and thoughts are, is to just sit silently. When you simply sit, every thought, every emotions starts surfacing out, and this helps you to understand which thought you want to keep and which feeling you want to let go. Just sit in silence for at least 2 minutes every day to truly know and understand who you are. Sometimes you just need to delete or let go of unwanted thoughts and emotions which are not serving you. This helps you to clean your mind and open yourself to the new idea. An idea could be described as your inner voice, your intuition, your higher self. It only comes when you shut down the outside voice and get into the flow state. Now, to get into the flow state is little complicated, because to get into flow state you really need to enjoy what you do. Hence, it is always said, do what your heart desires. And one of the most easiest way of getting into flow state is to think about solving problems or raise above your desires and see how you could support or strengthen others. Because to achieve greatness, you need to strengthen others. To become what you are really supposed to become, you do it only when which others tell you you should not do it. So when you are doing something which others tell you is not cup of your tea, you are really on your way to achieve greatness, or you are on your path to greatness. Sometimes it is important to let go of something, even it means letting go of your most comfortable job or loved business to find your soul purpose. And one thing to recognize your purpose is to understand what is your pain. Once you become aware of your pain and problems in life, then think about solving it on a larger scale, because you never know how many people are undergoing same pain and problems every day in their life. Finding out solution to your problems and then developing or creating an infrastructure or platform to solve same problem or pain for other is your true soul purpose. So you should be conscious of all your pains deep hidden inside you and try to solve it rather than just bury it deep inside you. You can't resist or stop any situation even if you pray to 1,000 gods. You can't stop misfortunes and accidents to strike you. Only thing you can do is to mold yourself according to the situation. Be like water, flexible but persistent. River water causes cracks on the stones with their consistency. Be like river water to be successful. Be flexible, be non-resistant but consistent and persistent. Situation doesn't frame according to you. You need to frame according to the situation. Be like mountain, unshakable. Just like mountain stand still in any situation, whatever comes and goes. Be like it, grounded and firm. Practice the art of letting go. Letting go doesn't mean quitting. Letting go means move towards bigger purpose in life and come out of your comfort zone or box to fulfill your soul purpose or your dharma for what you have born on this earth. Everyone is born with some skill or talent that is unique to them, and no one else can do it better than them. And that is their sole purpose. Once you find it and act on it, success comes easily to you. So be conscious of your mental diet and always remember, where attention goes, energy flows. So don't waste your attention on unnecessary things. Hope my material will help you to lessen your pain on your road to success. Thank you very much.